What's up, world? Disregard how I'm dressed right now. I'm not really dressed at all, but disregard how I'm looking. I just got out the shower, but I had to get this down before it left my mind. But I was thinking about relationships, and you know, you ever, you ever look around at just random people you see, or people you may know a little bit, and they're in relationships, whatever, and you're not, and you're trying to figure out to yourself, why am I not in a relationship right now? Um, I got a good head on my shoulders. I'm out here grinding to be successful. I'm in school, whatever. And then there's someone so down the street or whatever who they've been in a relationship for forever. You know what I mean? And it kind of discourages you a little bit. And it happens for it. Same thing for guys too. It just seems a little. It seems like we have a little easier, and we do because there's way more uh, women doing well for themselves than there are guys doing well for themselves. Um, that's just how life is. There's a better pool for men than there is for women. But like women, I just want to let you know that you know for the ones of you that do have a good head on your shoulders and are actually, respecting yourself and not out here showing skin to get a man, you know, there's nothing wrong with you at all. You know, it's just that in today's society, finding a man that's, you know, got it, you know, pretty much all together, it's pretty tough. Like I said, if you talk to most men, most of them have grown up in households where, there wasn't really a man around. You know what I mean? So you're dealing with a large number of men who are trying to, such as myself, you know, become a man and have had to do that basically, on their own. And naturally women mature faster than men. So, by the time a female gets to be 21 or whatever like that, she's ready to go. She's looking for something serious. Men on the other hand, by the time we get to 21, we're trying to go party and drink and, you know, live life and hang out and things like that. So our our wants and needs at that age are not the same. It takes a little bit. It takes a while longer for guys to get it together. And that's just how life is. So like I said, to the ones of you that are out here being respectful to yourselves and going to school and you know finding God and just out here grinding, trying to be successful. So that when you do get that opportunity to get that man, you you guys are you're set and ready to go. You know, don't get too down on yourself, man. Just because you've gone through a handful of guys who didn't bring, couldn't meet you, maybe couldn't even meet you halfway. Don't get down on yourself because we all have our time. Just because someone's down the street or whatever, or your friend has met their person, you know, you never know what that. First of all, you never know what that person's going through. That person they're with might not be, as great as they look. You know, as great as they look to you when they're out in public. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So you got to first of all stop comparing your situations to somebody else's because you just never know. It might look great, but behind closed doors, it's not great at all. You know what I mean? And like I said, we all have our time. Your time is not going to be when somebody else's time is. We all have our own paths that we have to follow. We all have our own timetables. We all have our it's all in God's hands pretty much. So you just have to be patient. And um, it seems like it takes for you to to get to the point where you're so fed up with trying to find relationships and love that you just say forget it. You just like forget it. I'm not even finna. I'm just gonna chill. Have some friends. Hang out, have a good time. Because obviously, you know, I'm not meant to have or be in a good relationship. It takes you to get to that point where you just say forget it. you give up on it completely. You even stop thinking about it for the most part. You just out here like, if I'm just gonna do me, keep grinding, keep doing me, whatever. It seems like it takes you to get to that point, and then God all of a sudden is like, okay, now that you've decided to stop searching so hard for that person, now you're giving me an opportunity to bring that person to you. Because a lot of the times when we're out here looking, when we're looking according to our standards, sometimes we set our standards so high that we overlook someone that brings maybe 85% of that of what we're looking for to the table, but we're looking for Mr. or Mrs. Perfect, that we miss out on opportunities that might have been right in front of our eyes. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like we cannot be out here looking so hard for it, because you end up being with someone who is not really who you need to be with. You know what I mean? You kind of settle. Everybody's so, it seems like all women are so ready to be in a relationship and get married. They just feel like, oh my God, my clock is ticking. I have to be married by this age and things like that. And you can't put a time period on when you get married and when you have kids, because that's not realistic. You know what I mean? You have no power over that. That's not for anybody to control. That's you just can't do that. And when you try to do that, you end up being, like I said, married to somebody that really you didn't really get a chance to get to know, and now you're stuck with that person because you might end up having a kid with that person. Now you have a baby's daddy now. You didn't want that. No, that's not what you wanted. Nobody wants to be, have a bad relationship with someone, because now got the kid involved now, and you don't want that. So we just need to be more patient with life, man. And women, you just need to understand that, go ahead, get yourself together. Go out here and grind, get that degree, just get that career job, whatever, make that money, get closer to God, make that money, and let him work it out. And then, that guy you're looking for, he'll pop up out of nowhere. You weren't even expecting it. He's gonna pop up, and then you'll have what you want. But like I said, you got to stop putting a timetable on things and trying to be in control of everything, because you can't. It's not possible. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with you ladies. And then let these other females that are out here showing skin and twerking all the time, let them go do that kind of stuff, because that's not what guys want. That might be what a guy wants at the moment, but long term, that's not what a guy with a good head on his shoulder wants. No, that's not what a guy would. Because if she's doing that, in his mind, she's not somebody that's going to be loyal to him. Because if she's out here willing to do that, and post that on, social media, then who knows what she's willing, who knows what she's capable of doing. And you don't want that. Guys, we lust for us is in the short run is better than love, but once we get tired of that, and then we go through situations like that, and we get to the point where we mature and we realize that that's not what we want. That's you don't want that. That's not what you want in a wife. That's not going to be somebody you want to put a ring on, because who like I said, who knows what she's capable of? You know what I mean? Then the females out here that had the good head on their shoulders, that were out here searching long and hard for that man that they wanted, they got their life together now. They got that career. Now you're in control now. You allow you instead of searching, you allow God to take control You allow time to pass. You allow these guys out here that, you know, coming, you know, that were coming to you all confused and saying this and that, and then doing the opposite. You allowed them to get their lives together. You allowed them to go out here and make, and you know, and realize that that's not what they wanted. You're what they want. You allowed them time to mature, and then get their acts together, and then you can, you know, get in a relationship and start a family and have a good future. You know what I mean? So don't, like I said, don't base your life off somebody else.